I'm Nancy Rahmeyer. I just retired 2 years ago from the appellate court. Before that, I'd been a lawyer, been a social worker, been a teacher at Parkview High School, and just general jobs before I went to law school. I went to law school when I was 32. I graduated when I was 35. I went because I'd wanted to go 10 years before that when I graduated from college, but really didn't have the funds, didn't have the means to go. And I decided, with my kids being that young, that this was the time to go. So I ended up going to law school. I practiced. I clerked for a federal judge, which, if you don't know what that means, it means you just watch a lot of trials. And then you write opinions or memorandums for the judge to help them in their workload. Well, the interesting thing about being a clerk is you get to sit through like major trials. And at that time, I wanted to see as much trial work as I could see. And so I volunteered for almost every major trial. We had products liability cases. I remember specifically that Ethel Mercaptan case where the furnace blew up and severely damaged the man that was renting the home. I remember a case where a young boy ran into a parking lot, and it was an acceleration case where the car company said, no, our cars never accelerate unintentionally. It has since come out that they did all the time. But at that time, there was a major jury trial that went twice. Went to a case where a highway patrolman had a shield on his chest for guns, and it didn't work. It was a malfunction in the bodyguard. So we had some real major cases in the 2 years I was there, and I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed watching cases. I enjoy reading the transcripts of cases. And after that, I worked then for 10 years, and I was a part-time municipal judge, which meant I tried firsthand all the traffic offenses, or basically cases with the city of Springfield. And then I applied for the appellate court, and in Missouri, there's a nonpartisan court plan, so you have to get past a panel of 7 people. There's 3 citizens, 3 lawyers, and then the Chief Justice. So you get appointed to basically a panel, and then the governor appoints you. There were no women in the Southern District. I was the first woman that was appointed by the governor and stayed probably 10 years as the only female on the bench there. I basically had to sort of prove myself. I had a wide variety of cases as a lawyer, but I didn't do the kind of work that Grant does. I didn't do major products liability, malpractice, slip and falls. Mine was on a much smaller scale, but I had a pretty good understanding of all of those areas. When I was first nominated, it was a little bit difficult because there had been no women, and a group of the judges sent a letter to the governor and told him that the Southern District wasn't ready for any women. Now, I laugh because this isn't 1922, this was 2001. And the governor thankfully decided to take a chance and thought maybe the Southern District could handle having a woman as a judge. But I will say to the, basically the defense of the judges that were so adamant, they had never practiced in front of women. They did not have any female classmates. They thought there was one view of being a judge. I remember many times saying something at our court and bank or writing an opinion and having the judge kind of act like, she knows what she's doing. I could see it on their faces. They thought, do I go along with that? They were predisposed to think I didn't really have any idea what I was doing and they were going to have to teach me. But to be honest with you, that court has totally changed because of the younger people coming on. And I left a lot of good friends there at the end of the term because all of us had grown and learned and respected each other. I'm a little proud to say that after I left the court, a female replaced me. We had had one more female judge there, and about probably a year later, 4 of the 7 judges were women. So apparently it's pretty accepted now that women are certainly capable of being appellate judges, and any other kind of judge for that matter. Well, I read hundreds of cases because I like reading cases. I like knowing what's going on. I like reading the transcripts. I had many lawyers. I had lots of judges say to me, "Oh, I saw Grant in court today. He was terrific," or "Grant does such a good job." And I took it with a grain of salt because, Grant's my son, and I thought, he's going to tell me he's terrible. But since I've been out and been practicing with him, I go to trials, I go to mediations. I am with him when he's discussing cases and value of cases. And it's almost a little bit of a, shock to me that he really is good. He really is very caring about his clients. He's real knowledgeable about the value of what cases are. I went to a mediation one time with him, and it was a tough legal issue. And I look at it very objectively as someone who, is this a sure thing? Is this a solid legal issue? And he's pushing the boundaries just a little bit, and we went to mediation. The mediator said, "Oh, that's an interesting theory. It isn't really black letter law yet. There's a lot of gray in the area, and you don't know which way it's going to go." And we went to the mediation, and they offered $1 million. I guess you don't know the case, so it'll be fine. But they offered $1 million, and Grant said, "That's just not really what this case is worth. I think it deserves more." And about a month later, he got 5 times that. He got $5 million. And I was like, I clearly have an education here that I need to get. It has been a joy to watch him, to be honest with you. It's one of the proudest moments of being able to see your son really excel in his field. I never have any qualms when we go into the courtroom that he'll do anything foolish or illegal, to be honest with you, unethical. It just doesn't come up. And so it's been really a joy for me to see the other side of the law where the sausage really is made, how you get through a trial, how you get a fair settlement. It's a whole world for me that's just really informative. I love it.